We are now streaming!
The Empire of Japan. After opening its doors, a push for cultural transformation brought great waves of Western influence to this far eastern island nation. The revolution washed over the land, making life in the capital exciting and unsettling. It was a period of great change, and some was swept away by the tide.
It's like a whole anime sequence. That is incredible.
Yep.
This is the one that just came out?
The turbulence of that era was
It just got remade for Americans. And that is us!
Why did he shoot someone? Are we trying to get out of...
It is time.
I'm trying to find pizzas.
Oh, here, I can do it. 22nd November, 8:43 a.m. Supreme Court of the Defendants Antechamber 5. Wow, okay.
A1 sauce sucks.
I still can't believe it. I still can't believe this is happening. Is that what voice I really want to do? How can it be that just beyond the doors to this quiet little chamber is the highest court in Japan, waiting to decide my fate? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna die. Oh, now he's really looking at the camera. What? Oh, nothing. Save your glares, murderer. Sorry.
Wait, so did he actually just kill that guy?
No. By the way, everyone has a Japanese name in this game, so I'm just gonna abbreviate to Ryan.
Fair.
My name is Ryan Naruto.
I want to hurt you.
I'm a second-year student at the Imperial Yume University. 3 days ago, I somehow found myself in the middle of a horrifying incident. And now, here I am, awaiting my trial. And now we must wait, because this is your character.
That's enough! That is... Whoa.
This is the samurai guy.
Oh, that's the samurai guy?
Yeah, not
okay.
this guy, but the guy is talking right now, yeah.
Okay. I need to, like...
Get
I
it.
need to...
Hold the... You should hold the samurai sword while you do it.
You're right, you're right. That's enough. Oh, wait, it's this guy? Oh, wait, no, wait.
Yeah.
Is this the same guy? Is this still me?
Yeah, this is still the samurai. Like, he has a sword, he has the freaking bandana flowing in the constant drifting wind. Yeah, that's...
He's not obliged to listen to such abuse, officer.
And who are you?
I'm this man's lawyer. I'll be defending him today.
Lawyer?
Yes, and until the judge has given his verdict on the case, no one has the right to treat him as a criminal. So you will hold your tongue.
Technicalities. Look at you. You haven't even graduated yet.
And yet, I still seem to know better than you how a court officer should behave.
Oh, damn.
Ooh. Right, Ryan?
Oh, yeah, of course. Sorry.
And what are you apologizing to me for?
Oh, no, I suppose that wasn't my fault. Sorry. But really, Kazuma. But really, Kazuma, I never meant to... oh, wow, I can't read. I never meant to drag you into this. I'm sorry.
There you go again, apologizing. Just like always. I feel like he's just very cool and collected.
Are you done with the phone? Yeah.
Yes.
I think the controller makes me stutter.
Though I must say, you've been all over the newspapers for the past few days.
What's black and blue and red all over? You.
You made university professor murdered in cold blood by student. But obviously, you didn't actually do it, did you?
Of course not! You have to believe me, I didn't do it! I could never murder someone!
Then there's nothing to worry about.
Only the Jews could do that.
Whoa! Straighten yourself up. Hold your head.
This is imperialistic Japan.
You know what, that's fair.
You mean...
I believe you. I know you're innocent, Ryan.
I am Zen. I'm on a different plane.
Dude, that's what it feels like.
Kazuma Asogi. Asogi. My best friend. Also in his second year at university. But he's far more clever than I. Who the fetch talks like that? A star student, in fact. He's even a qualified lawyer. Impressive, considering.
It's not that impressive.
Did you just read my fetching mind?
No. That's the very concept of lawyers is only a few years old here in Japan, anyway. My qualifications don't mean much yet.
You said exactly the same thing 3 days ago. But I'm proud to have a friend like you, Kazuma. Truly. 3 days ago. Yes, that's when all this started. How is there always a draft? Congratulations, Kazuma. It looks like you're going to get a study abroad at last.
Wow, you doing okay? I know. I've been forever dreaming of this day. Finally, those government elites have acknowledged my academic achievements and successes in court.
So you'll be representing... Oh, I know why it's 1 sec. I forgot to do the audio stuff on this one.
You only get it on or off.
What? Why? Okay. I'm turning it down then.
You can find the remote.
I just had it. Oh, here it is. So you'll be representing Japan as you immerse yourself in the most sophisticated legal system in the world? I'm really happy for you and proud as your friend. There's not a soul in the university who doesn't know Kazuma's name. He's a living legend. It's like there's some mysterious aura billowing around his temple and pushing his freaking headband backwards.
I want to bring about change in our own legal system. That's why I've crossed the ocean to see the real thing with my own eyes.
The heart of the British Empire. I wish I could see it too.
Then come with me. We'd have a wild time tearing up the streets of Her Majesty's city of London together.
If only it were that simple. I hate white people.
Look at the time. I'd better be going.
Alright. Oh, wow. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a while longer.
Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. Was that still me? Oh, see you in English class tomorrow, then, partner.
Well, shoot.
Well, shit!
Damn it, they're all written in Western accents. It was straight after that. That's when it happened. The big stink.
That's an actual thing, too.
I know. I need to show you me and Jordan are going to start doing a podcast whenever I go out driving with him on DoorDash.
Okay.
And because last night we were dying. He was actively, like, lessening my mental well-being.
How?
Because he kept on trying to tell me this stupid story, and we both kept derailing it because we both have crazy ADHD. And so we never got it started, and he always had to restart, and he restarted with like the same phrase, and I was just slowly going insane. It took him 4 hours to tell that story.
Gosh. Alright, who's reading this one?
I think it's a girl, so I'll do it. Asagi! May I have a word?
Women don't have rights.
Oh, it was a guy.
Oh! Professor, I didn't know you were coming.
No one knows when I'm coming. Well, this case...
Wow.
well, this case...
I just do the judge voice. You do it.
You need to like... if I don't do this, I'll go southern. Well... I'm southern on the brain!
Oh, I got it. Well, this case of personal significance to me.
Are you going for it?
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh, I was trying to do an older
Well,
man.
this case has personal significance to me.
You're happy?
Yeah,
Oh my
I guess.
gosh.
Never mind that for now, Asagi.
Asugi.
Asogi.
Dumb bitch.
You should go immediately to the judge's chambers.
To His Excellency's chambers. Why?
Oh, he's the question mark. Okay.
He was looking for you before. You advocating for the defense in this trial was a sudden decision. It seems there may be some confusion about procedures today as a result. Who is this guy?
I feel as though I've seen him at the university before.
I see. I'll go at once then.
Okay, you got the girl.
Yep. I shall accompany you. Alright. Right. Alright, Brian. I'll see you in the courtroom.
Yeah. Thanks, Kazuma. I love how we just decide, like, it's just the main character that we don't pronounce his actual name. It's just Ryan.
Ryan
dot. Ryanosuke, I guess.
Ryanosuke?
But I'm still gonna say Ryan.
Oh, this is just purely you.
Yeah. This is awkward.
If I may.
Bing! Whoa.
Yes, sorry.
You must be the defendant, Ryan Naruto.
I believe. Naruto, I think is what his actual name is. Yeah, that's right.
My name is Yujin Mikotoba. I'm gonna say Miko for short, or Toba. I'm a professor at the forensic medicine of Yumi High School.
University.
Yeah, I don't know why I said high school. Oh, Professor Toba. I've heard the name from Kazuma before. As I recall, he's been pushing to get the government to agree to Kazuma's studying abroad.
Asugi has told me about you. You and he are best friends, I understand. As such, I feel you should know.
I'm just having a freaking pantomime with myself.
You are.
No, what?
Well, as you've no doubt heard, Asanagi, has been granted permission to go and study in Great Britain. However, if he should fail to defend you in today's trial, I'm afraid that permission will be revoked and never granted again.
Wow.
What?
As I suspected, you were unaware of this. I had a feeling Asagi may have chosen not to tell you.
He's agreed to defend me, knowing that if he fails, his dreams will be shattered? But I don't understand. Why would the government do such a thing?
The administration has to choose from a large number of applicants for overseas study. It's very hard to persuade them to grant permission, even in the most favorable of circumstances. I don't believe it. ... But I ...
I didn't do it! I swear it! I'm not a murderer! ...
I'm sure that's true. Nevertheless, I can assure you that proving your innocence will be no easy task. You see, there are certain peculiarities about today's trial.
Sorry? What do you mean? Is that an actual word?
You'll soon understand once proceeding gets underway.
But then what should I do?
Well, naturally, have fun. I'm not going to suggest to do anything that could lead to a conviction.
Right, so...
As soon as the trial starts, the judge will pose a certain question to the defense. When that happens, you must answer before anyone else. You must say, I do.
I think this is the wrong courtroom for that. I do? But what will the question be? Surely not man and wife. Do you accept the accusations brought before you? Oh, man.
Of course not. Okay.
Defend it! You want to do the veil again?
Court is about to begin! Proceed to the courtroom at once!
It would seem superstitious.
What are we answering?
Discussions are to be... So allow me to summarize. Kazuma Asagi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Of course, as the defendant, the final decision is yours.
What are you waiting for? Do you want to be found guilty for failing to appear? Get moving! There's no point in anyone advocating for the likes of you anyway.
Damn! I'm not even Jewish. This is it?
Wait. So is the first question... Sorry.
Yeah.
Is the first question going to be, do you want a different lawyer?
No, the first question is probably going to be, if I remember correctly, it's who do you choose to represent you in this trial? And then you say, I do. So you're going to be representing yourself.
Oh boy.
This is it. If this trial goes badly, I'll miss friends. Kazuma's dreams of studying abroad are over. What's more, we'll be found guilty of murder.
Wait, can we actually defend ourselves, or can we have someone else do it?
That's a good question. I think the right answer is to say I do, but... And so, with absolutely no idea
what lay ahead. Oh wait, this is still you.
Oh, it's still me? Okay. With absolutely no idea of what lay ahead, I embarked on the unforgettable trial. Trial of the month. My one and only chance of proving my innocence. The trial that would decide my destiny.
Damn, dude, okay.
A little intense. 22nd November, 9 a.m. Yeah, that's early. Adjudicator. That's what that word is. So, this is a courtroom.
The Supreme Court Judicator. No court in the land has more power.
I don't much like the look of those people sitting in the public gallery. Lots of military and other uniforms in there.
The powers that have demanded that this be a secret trial.
Oh no.
A secret trial?
A trial that's closed to the ordinary members of the public. Only military and government officials may attend.
What? But why? I just killed a professor. I mean,
It'll become clear in time, but for now, You need to concentrate, Ryan. It's about to begin. Him again?
Yeah, he's in every game for the tutorial one for whatever reason.
The court will now hear the trial of Ryan Nosuke.
Whatever. Do you want to be him, or do you want me to just keep you him?
I'll be
yeah,
him.
you be him, because I think if you're not, you're
The
not gonna talk a lot.
prosecution is ready, Your Excellency. As is the defense.
It's like when you see the roster of like voice actors, and one of them's just freaking nuts, and the other one's just like, yes.
Before we begin, there is one point of order I would like to confirm. Yesterday evening, the defense made a last-minute request for a change of advocate.
That's correct, Your Excellency. I made the request myself.
Normal procedure is for the defendant's advocacy to be decided 2 days prior to trial. As this is an unusual circumstance, I'm obliged to ask for final confirmation now. Who advocates for the defendant in this trial?
No, we say I do.
Yep.
And I pronounce you man and wife.
This is it. This must be the question. Who's going to defend me? That's the question the professor meant. But is the question itself actually the question?
But then if I say I do...
Da 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 da. I need to answer quickly. What should I do? Wait and see. Yeah. I think if we wait, I bet if we wait and see, like, nothing happens and we have to say I do anyway.
We'll just say I do, but I thought...
You heard of things?
Possibly.
Oh! My legs! I'm just stretching.
Our pizza is here, and we are not queer.
Oh, Rick!
Yep.
There's piping hot pizza!
Oh, jeez, Rick!
Oh, jeez!
Get up, Morty! Give me my pizza, Morty! Shut the fuck up, Morty! Press your way at your butthole, Morty! Cover in mustard, you're way up there, Morty! You gotta shut it way up there, Morty! That's way at your butthole, Morty! You gotta get way up there!
Yeah, what do these scans do? Oh, they scan right bubble.
Run, Morty! And now,
I wanted it so bad because on my mission they could buy these plushy heads. And they had Rick and Morty. I wanted so bad to make a freaking like TikTok feed or whatever of me talking to myself as a pantomime cutting away. That was way better doing the voices back then, but they would have been freaking hilarious.
you gotta shove it way up there, Morty!
Oh jeez, Rick, I don't know if I can do this, Rick.
Morty, my butthole's too loose, too flabby. It'll fall right out, Morty. But
I'm
you're
an old
young.
man, Morty. I've been doing this too long, my man.
Morty,
It'll right out.
Morty, you're young, you're tired. It'll just stay way up there.
That is the conversation they have.
That
I totally
is
forgot
it.
about that.
You're still young, Morty. Yeah, that is the conversation in the first episode, mind you.
That's so funny.
That is the opener to the chaos that is Rick and Morty.
Mm-hmm.
Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty. Alright. Time to be Ace Attorney, but not actually Ace Attorney.
Uh-huh. English Ace Attorney. Or Japanese English
Yeah, we're
Ace Attorney.
Japanese, dipshit.
Now we're Japanese, but we're gonna
That's
go
what I do.
human.
Your Excellency, no confirmation is needed. Oh! As I'm standing here beside the defendant, I hope it's clear who will advocate for his case. Oh,
Yes!
wait, I said I do.
What is the meaning of this unruly outburst?
It's unruly?
I would like to inform the court that
I, Ryan Naruto, will be defending myself! You'll be what?
What are you playing at, Ryan?
Professor Toba told me everything just now before the trial. I paused way too much when I talked.
Wait, what?
He said that your dreams of studying abroad would be dashed if you were to lose.
Dots. How sad. It means you don't have faith in me. You don't think I'll be able to get you off.
Oh, wording.
Wait a minute. Wait a damn minute.
No, it's not that really. It's just that, well, on the off chance that things don't go well for me, I couldn't bear to be the reason that you got me off.
Yes. I knew that's how you feel. Which is exactly why I decided not to tell you. Professor Miko shouldn't have stuck his nose in.
Very well. The court hereby recognizes the defendant's desire to advocate for himself in today's trial.
Well. This. Does the accused admit defeat already? Renouncing his own counsel? Really?
Objection!
Well, make no mistake, counsel. This merely shows that the defendant's innocence is so apparent that he is confident he can speak for himself. Isn't that so, Naruodo-san?
Oh, yes, exactly. Exactly what I wasn't thinking. I'm not confident at all.
Oh, even he doesn't.
Yep. Oh, mine's a complete blank. Actually, I think he's supposed to be like an ancestor of the Ace Attorney in the game we just played.
Oh, I realize you're in charge now, but still, try not to look so bewildered. Well, for a mere university student to be brought here before the Supreme Court, you must have perpetuated a most heinous crime indeed.
As you are no doubt aware, this is the Supreme Court of the Judicator of Japan. Accordingly, the very highest standards of conduct are expected of all present. And the very highest of presence are expected of all standards. Do I make myself clear, Defendant Naruto? Yes, Your Excellency. It is therefore my duty to assess your competence for the task you have undertaken. This one actually makes sense to do this. He's not a lawyer. My competence? What does that mean? I haven't gotten that far in my English 10
He's
yet.
questioning your ability to do the job.
Well, he can't be questioning it more than I am. So let's start with the very simplest of tasks, or questions. Oh, yes! Here. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case.
Oh, what the fuck?
This is just everything that's been said. There's probably a different button in this game. Well, that's easy enough. I've heard his name more times than I'd care to remember. But, wait. Oh, I'm so nervous I can't even remember that!
Dude, where's the...
What was it? What was it again? I think it's gonna actually give it to us as like a yeah.
Let me guess. Your mind's gone blank.
You know me so well.
All the relevant information for this case can be found in the court record.
But I can't even find that.
It's simple. You can access the court record with the press of R1. So it's still the same thing.
Yep.
If you've ever found you've forgotten something, just consult that. It's all in there.
Ah!
Court record.
I just have to press R1.
This is the list of the
record.
evidence you've collected. Now try switching to the people instead with R1. Which one? You'll find details about the victim in here. When you're done, press circle to go back.
Is that just gonna be a running joke? We're just gonna press circle.
John Wilson, some random... Yeah, from Britain, because these all have tanner skin. Then you get this guy, and he's blindingly white.
Mm-hmm. You mean they all have yellow skin?
So remember, everything you do with the current case can be found in the court record. Asshole. Now,
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. No,
now you
can't prove it.
better not keep His Excellency waiting any longer. Go on. Find the victim in the people section of the court record, then press triangle to present.
Oh yeah.
Try it now.
So in the first game that we played, you couldn't present people. They added that in the sequel, and it's also in this game.
No. Present!
Yes! The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson.
What a white name.
Wilson!
Well, at least you can remember the name of the esteemed member of your own university.
I went to university
Dr.
with him?
Wilson was a visiting professor from England, invited to Yomiuri University 3 years ago.
Indeed, which is the reason why this case has such profound implications. Like, is there really a god? The British Empire is at present our country's most valuable foreign ally. And as most of you will be aware, we have just signed a new treaty together after lengthy negotiations.
There can't be anyone who hasn't heard of the Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation. And yet, despite these delicate circumstances, the blood of an Englishman has been spilt on our soil. You two are both undergraduates at the Imperial Yumi University, are you not?
Objection!
Murdering a professor from the very institution that provides your education? Have you no honor?
But I didn't do it. This case is coming under great scrutiny from our allies on the other side of the world. The court therefore wishes for a speedy resolution to this matter.
In other words, our feeble government is scared of upsetting England's policymakers. And you're a convenient and expendable scapegoat to the blame for this crime.
So that's why this trial has the unusual peculiarities to it.
Exactly. Our government needs to convict someone as quickly as possible. All because the victim was an Englishman. That is racist.
Yep.
Yes, Dr. Wilson was an Englishman.
Of course.
Wish
Look
I
at
was
what's
an
in.
Englishman.
But nationalities and treaties won't make any difference for me here. The fact is, I was there at the scene of the crime. I shot him. I killed him.
But we can see what happens? Oh dear, look at the time. I'd better be going.
Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a little longer.
Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. Assuming you need English class tomorrow. Then, partner. It's so weird.
Yeah, I don't know why I said partner there. The British Empire? Wow, it's incredible to think. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Wait. Those flowers. I've seen that man at the university. I'm sure he's visiting, professor from Great Britain. Like, the flowers are in the center of the shot. Why would it focus on them and not the guy?
I don't know.
I don't know his name, but still, I should go and say hello. So I went over to the professor's table. And introduced myself to Dr. Wilson.
Now then, let me pose my next question to you, Defendant Naruto.
Yes, Your Excellency.
How did the Professor of Medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson, lose his life?
I shot him. State before the court the cause of death.
Now, is this in the court record as well?
Probably. This would be an evidence thing. The cause of death, well, obviously that was,
Ryan, remember that in court, every assertion is backed up by evidence.
by evidence? But how?
Find the piece of evidence that shows the professor's cause of death, and then select to present. Do it now. it's this one.
Yep.
Present!
Yes!
Loss of blood through gunshots.
Yes!
Well, according to this document, the victim suffered a hemorrhagic death due to gunshot trauma.
He's trying his best. Learn to read, you imbecile! That's the postmodern report, I take it?
Yes, sorry, yes, that's right, the, post-mortem report.
In the West, a doctor dissects the corpse to identify the cause of death in an autopsy. Here in Japan, a police officer merely inspects the body to draw conclusions that way. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I see, so scientific. As long as I'm not going to be tested on any of this later. You're in the test, dude. What do you mean?
This is a so-called photographic print of the scene of the crime.
What do you mean so-called? What kind of monkey court is this?
You can clearly discern the scorch marks around the bullet hole produced by the powder explosion. In other words, we should assume that the victim was shot at close range.
Well, I'd say we shouldn't assume anything. Thank you, counsel. The court will accept this modern scientific evidence into record. It's a photo taken after the fact.
They were slow.
Yeah, well, yeah. So this photographic print, well, that's something I've never seen before. It's clearly superior to a drawing. The detail's incredible.
Why did he need to smash his hammer? Like, he was just thinking.
Very well, I'm satisfied. Let us start the trial.
No.
Finally.
Certainly, Your Excellency.
I want to slap the freaking glasses into his eyeballs.
So, without further ado, in order to better appraise the court with the facts of this case,
I'm gonna shove this
the prosecution here. What the fuck? The prosecution hereby calls its first witness, who was there at the scene of the crime when it happened. It toads happened. It's your line, dipshit.
Sorry, I didn't grab a piece.
Don't eat all the pepperoni. There's cheese too.
Oh, there is cheese.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah, whatever.
I think it may have worked out with what the professor had in mind.
The professor? You mean Dr. Toba?
Yes, clearly you're the defense lawyer today, not me. But that doesn't mean...
You can't help.
Well, I can still act as your assistant.
Ah.
Oh.
Of course. Exactly what I was saying. When he was speaking with me, Kazuma Asugi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Harry Potter must not return to Hogwarts.
He really has been sticking his oar in, hasn't he?
Maybe, but any help you can give me would be greatly appreciated, Kazuma.
He's a valuable asset. Well, my first piece of advice is, rein in that crazy look of bewilderment and control the cold sweats.
Only if you rein in that crazy headband and control the cold stares first.
That was good.
Too bad he only said it in his head.
Witness, state your name and occupation for the court, please.
Can we just flip a coin every time? We should really get a coin and just flip it.
Yeah.
Hey, where's my wallet?
Here, hold that.
Wow.
Did you just eat the loot?
We're finding a coin so we don't have to decide who has to do all the voices. Ugh. Sorry, I fell asleep for a second there. Hey, I have a 50-cent piece in my wallet.
Yeah, I don't know where your wallet is.
Yeah, I'll go get it.
Also, your room is your space,
I respect them. Oh my god. I swear, if you lost another key,
I'd be more concerned about the freaking credit cards. Alright, coin. Big one.
Man.
Heads or
I'm
tails?
tails.
Your tails?
Well, now I'm Knuckles.
Let's try that again. Heads or tails? Who
Tails.
says tails?
Yep.
It's you, you dumb bitch!
Of course. My name is Satoru Hasanaga.
Oh, where's the controller?
Use the force, Luke.
It worked!
I am the head waiter at the Western-style restaurant called La Carnival.
Whoa!
Are you alright? You seem to be coughing up some,
Of course, sir. It's a regular occurrence. It really doesn't bother me.
Well, it really should.
Yeah. As everyone knows, the capital southeastern quarter was developed for foreign visitors some years ago. It's become a very fashionable district, full of hotels to accommodate overseas guests. This grim crime occurred in one of the district's so-called restaurants, and coincidentally,
Occidental
Occidental Eatery 3 days ago.
What the fuck is that word?
Understood. Hosanaga-san. Wow. You will kindly tell the court everything you can about the incident. Of course. At once, sir.
And no petty interjections from the aspiring lawyer boy, please.
Oh, perspiring, maybe, but aspiring? I don't even know the difference. It was just after 2 p.m. on the day in question. We have few diners at that time of day.
Dinners.
Dinners. Sorry.
Wait, wasn't dinner? Is dinner spelled D-I-N-N-E-R?
No, it's 2 N's, so it is diners.
The lunchtime rush was over, and there were only 3 tables still occupied.
That fits in with my memory of it too. There was hardly anyone else in that place.
He's gonna keel over on the stand.
It was when I was in the kitchen putting away the crockery and cutlery. Cutlery. My God. What's cockery?
No idea.
Spoons. A gunshot rang out, so I hurried out into the dining area to see what had happened. I found the victim, an English gentleman, slumped in a chair. And standing immediately beside him, gun in hand, was the accused university student.
Yes! Hold on! Let me just clarify something here. Well, I did pick up a gun that I found lying on the floor. Beside the professor, I didn't shoot him!
I believe I asked you to refrain from petty interjections. The court wishes to listen to the witness's report of what he saw, you amateur.
But
He's right.
it's true.
The next time you interrupt at an inappropriate time, you will be penalized. Defendant, what is...
Don't worry, Vine. You'll have your chance to fight back. Why does he have a sword? For now, we must quietly listen to the witness. If I may confirm one point, waiter. Standing beside the victim with a gun in his hand was the same man we see here in court today. He's gonna keel over on the stand.
Yes, without a doubt. Yeah, he is.
I see. And apart from the accused, was there anyone else standing beside the victim?
No.
So dramatic.
There was no one else around the table but the deceased Englishman and the university student. Huh? Wait, what did he just say? Deceased? He died?
There was no one else.
What's around that table?
This is a thing. There's no one else around the table but the deceased Englishman.
University.
What's the matter, Ryan?
That's just not right. I mean, when I went over to Dr. Wilson to say hello, there was
A woman!
A woman sitting opposite him at this table.
Really?
And that's not something the waiter could have missed. I've been warned about interjecting, but still, what should I do?
I say we interject. Because this is a valid thing. If he's lying, it could, like in the other game, start to break down his testimony and he's going to start to freak.
True.
Interject!
Kick his ass! Yes! Just a moment, please. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone that day. I'm sure of it. There was a lady sitting with him at the same table.
Dear me, dear me, dear me, what are we going to do with you? With your blank disregard for court proceedings, I'm beginning to wonder if you're not a fraud. Could it be that the accused, this mere student, is not a real lawyer after all? We're not!
Well, I'm sure of what I saw, damn it.
Loscana, son, is there any chance you're mistaken? Perhaps your memory of the events is hazy. Oh, he's lying at his ass.
The deceased gentleman came to dine alone. I don't believe it! I actually have a rough plan of the restaurant as it was that day. Please have a look if you'd like to.
I would.
I think I'm really prepared. Let me see. A sketch of the establishment's layout. Drawn by yourselves.
Wow.
That's right. I'm afraid I used the back of my business card. It was a turbulent situation. However, as you can see, the gentleman in question was seated alone. Because this is definitely evidence. It's not like I drew this 10 seconds ago. Well, you're clearly a very consensuous waiter. These words. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. The court will take... The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence. Oh, well... Is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer.
Aha!
Of course.
What was that about? He's completely calm and collected up until now.
It certainly seems to have shaken him.
He's trying to
Probably
get out of
freaking gout. He's got tuberculosis. He's giving it to all of us.
Shit. So, the court has now heard a priest of the
The precise.
precise
It's the British way of spelling it.
precise of the case. That doesn't make any sense.
Or is it Presses?
I think it's precise.
Probably Presses, yeah. Yes, and at the moment the gunshot was heard in the restaurant, the only person in close proximity to the victim was
But it's
the
a
defendant
gun!
on trial today.
It
It is a gun.
But they did say that there was smoke on the shirt right around the bullet hole, so that like it had to be like point blank or something.
Defendant Naruto.
Yes, Your Excellency?
If you admit your guilt at this stage, the court is willing to look mercifully upon you.
In other words, you may have some small reprieve in the terms of your inevitable punishment. I called this waiter as an unsworn witness in order to explain the details of the case to the court. But I must warn the defense, if you are determined to pursue matters further in this trial, the prosecution has decisive evidence from the sworn witness who were present at the scene of the crime.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
What did you think I should...
Oh, what do you think I should do, Kazuma?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm going to be found guilty in one way or the other, it seems. Wouldn't it be sensible to plead guilty at this stage and hope for a more lenient sentence?
Really need it. That's what that look is all about.
Everyone keeps telling me that this trial is unusual about these peculiarities. You said it. Professor Topa said it, and so has the judge and the prosecution. I'm scared of what lies ahead if I push this.
As I said from the outset, I believe you're innocent. I trust you. And yet, despite knowing that, you're willing now to throw that trust back in my face? Is that it?
What?
That is such gaslighting.
Yeah, that is
If the
100%
accused is
manipulation.
in fact innocent, then a defense lawyer is duty-bound to prove that the innocent by whatever means necessary. Are you just going to abandon that duty? Are you going to give up on yourself? The battle hasn't even begun yet, Ryan.
Bing! Bing!
Whoa! The defense pleads not guilty, Your Excellency. We invite the prosecution to stop making empty threats and bring out its witnesses. Then we will see how decisive this evidence really is.
Then we will shove that fan up your ass.
Indeed. Prosecutor Aouchi, please continue with proceedings.
Well, you were warned. The young can be so reckless. You know, many called me a saint, but I can be a devil when I want to be.
That's what your mom said.
Oh, shit. In a few short moments from now, that drumstick young mouth of yours will be silenced forever. The prosecution calls its next witness.
Very well, officer. Even though we haven't cross-examined the first one, bring forth the witnesses at once.
Also, in these games, only the prosecution ever brings witnesses. We never do. Yeah.
Witnesses, kindly state your names and occupations for the court. I thought he was about to salute.
Coin flip!
I thought he was about to salute Hitler.
Call it.
Heads.
You are this man.
All right. Yes, sir. The great Nippon Imperial Army Sergeant Ayisa Nosa reporting for duty, sir.
It works so perfect with the name. Ayisa Nosa. All right. Call it.
Tails, this one should be you.
Yeah, it probably should. Yeah, it says anyway.
Myself, I find employers a purveyor of fine articles of antiquity, from the efflorescence of our nation Nippon, and conduct my trade from Rasutai, a humble premises in the 2nd District, Kyoto, Kanaba, at your service.
An antique dealer and a soldier. What an unusual pairing.
Both of these gentlemen were present at the restaurant on the day in question. They must be the diners at the other tables that the waiter mentioned.
Myself, I habitually take tea of the most exquisite aroma at the establishment in question, always post-noon. And not infrequently converse with interested parties regarding the curious... Curious?
Yeah, curious.
Honey, not curious? which I make my business. Can you speak English, please? I can't understand a word that old man is saying. You and me both, Ryan.
He's an antique dealer, and it sounds like he's a regular at La Carnival. He seeks out potential customers who may have an interest in antiques and tries to sell his wares to them. He obviously targets La Carnival because it's a high-class restaurant with rich clientele.
Right, I see. Although, to be honest, that sergeant looks more like he'd be a seller rather than a buyer.
Now, you both witnessed the precise moment of this atrocious incident. Is that correct? Affirmative! Oh, I forgot what I gave him.
It was close to that, I think.
Affirmative! We're just gonna go with it.
Yeah, go with it.
Okay. The enemy unit was seen attacking that foreigner in what can only be described as an act of war, sir! It was that black uniformed rogue infantryman over there who unloaded his firearm, sir.
This man's as impossible to understand as the other. But I'm almost sure I heard a strange noise during that last thing he said.
So this is the decisive evidence the prosecution was threatening? The soldier is claiming that he actually saw the perceived moment you shot the victim dead.
Yes.
Well, are you starting to feel uncomfortable?
If I'm honest, I was feeling uncomfortable from the start. Now, the court will hear your formal testimony, please.
Shit.
You will state everything you saw at the precise moment that the incident occurred.
Yes, sir! Standing by, ready to report, sir!
Unsavory memories of a most academic afternoon. I hate this man.
I lucked out. I really lucked out.
He did. He says the weirdest words.
Ingesting? What?
Ingesting.
I was ingesting a regulation beef steak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man.
Myself, I was extolling the virtues of a particularly fine golden curio in the military gentleman. The frick does that mean?
At that precise moment, a firearm was discharged. I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little weasel.
That's not true.
I was on my hands.
Yeah, it's not. It
Yeah,
says
it's from the
it went
chest,
through
yeah.
the chest.
I was on my hands and knees investigating the whereabouts of my mysteriously escadoned precious curio. Well, so you, Sergeant Nosa, actually witnessed the vital moment. You saw the split...
Wow, I almost drowned myself.
You saw the split second when the defendant fired the weapon at the victim.
Yes, sir! Affirmative, sir! That wicked university cadet, sir! That cruel and unforgiving enemy! What?
He has a freaking knife!
What times we live in when an English gentleman may be assailed in the broad light of day.
Why does he have a knife?
I don't know. But this is ridiculous. I didn't shoot anyone.
Is that really true, Ryan?
What?
Whoa!
Yes, all I did was pick up the gun that I saw laying on the floor. After I'd said hello to Dr. Wilson, I went back to my table and sat drinking some coffee. Then when I'd finished, I got up from my seat to leave the restaurant. When I noticed an Englishman gun...
An English maid.
Oh. I was like, what the fetch? An English-made gun next to the chair where the professor was sitting.
How did you not hear the gun?
I thought perhaps the professor had dropped it. So I bent down, and just as I was picking it up... Bang!
Wait, so did he really shoot him, or did the gun just go off?
I think there's a second gun.
Ah. Well, if that's true, there was obviously a criminal on the scene somewhere. And somewhere in these two witnesses' testimonies, there's a clue as to who that criminal was.
There is?
Ryan, you must exercise your right to cross-examine the witness.
Cross-examine?
Do it now. As we have heard, Your Excellency, there is no room for doubt in the testimony of these two witnesses. The defendant is clearly guilty. It is time to bring this despicable student to
I hope
justice.
that breaks by the end of this.
Me too.
Certainly, the testimony of the court... Therefore, it is my grave duty to declare the verdict of this trial... Yes! What in the name of the Emperor is the meaning of this outburst? The defense demands its right to cross-examination! Cross-contamination!
Dear me, let me guess. The Habichi headband boy next door told me to do it. How pathetic.
Huh? How do you know?
The prosecution objects. This is a clear waste of time. The defendant obviously has no experience. How could he possibly carry out a cross-examination?
Oh!
The defense is asserting its right to a cross-examination. Whether or not you think he's capable of it is irrelevant. Well,
Cosmo is so commanding. It's hot. Very well. Let the defense conduct a cross-examination of the witnesses.
alright. This is where the battle really begins, Ryan.
But I don't even know what I have to do in a cross-examination.
Isn't it obvious?
Is that when you put like cooked
You
chicken
have
in your...
to expose the lies in the witness's statement. This seems very similar.
Yeah. How?
You didn't fire the gun, which means that the soldier said it. What the soldier said has to be a lie.
Well, yeah, but...
It's just a case of proving it. And the key to doing that is in the evidence.
Right. Evidence.
All you need to do is to present some decisive and indisputable evidence that proves the witness is lying. Now, let's go, Ryan. Don't let them beat you. That is intense.
It's like a soft slap. All right then. That it's all for or nothing.
I already know the problem. Wait, it's
We're
both of them?
Both of them, yeah.
Alright, so it's in the military, guys.
So we already read all this. Was it just in regulation of beef? My ceremony to show the virtue. Oh, I hate his freaking words, dude. So wait, let's go to our presents for real fast.
Yeah.
Our presents.
Presents.
Okay, so that one doesn't do anything. That's just the badge. So, death occurred a little after 2 p.m. and was caused by loss of blood from a gunshot to the chest. The bullet did not pass through the victim's body. That doesn't mean that has to... So that actually is in fact because only a police officer looks at it and determines the cause of death.
Then,
A photographic print that shows the victim was shot from the
front
front!
in the chest and subsequently died.
You were right. Let's find the one where he shot in the back like a coward.
Yeah.
Firearm was discharged after the enemy's action with my own eyes. Black uniform varsity.
Alright, present. Photo. Present.
Yes! Yes!
Yes!
Why does he do this?
What? What are you playing at, cadet? What is the meaning of this subordination? Thrusting some photographic print in my mustache.
Inconsistency, sir! I mean, yes! What?
I'm grabbing more pizza.
Oh, do you want to grab me one?
No. Just kidding, I'll grab it.
My plate.
I was just gonna bring it over, dipshit. You're keeping, like, my home.
I know.
1, 2, 3.
Ah!
You didn't catch
My
it.
left hand is not my dominant.
Well, that's
I mean,
cool.
yes, there's a clear inconsistency here. Cheers. What nonsense.
Oh, we have to bake the cheese.
Oh, we do? Okay. Lame.
I'll just get you a pepperoni.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Alright.
Tisk! What nonsense! What can this print possibly tell us that we don't already know?
Well, obviously, that, I don't know what I want to say, but the words just don't come out of my mouth.
I think this proves beyond a doubt, Your Excellency, that there is no place for an amateur student here in this grand courtroom.
This is so frustrating. Oh, arg! I don't know what noise that makes.
Oh, please. Surely this doesn't require an explanation. It couldn't be more plain. To spell it out would be an insult to the court.
Cosmo, what?
What are you talking about? It's apparent from a single glance at this photograph print presented by the defense that there's a clear discrepancy here with the sergeant's statement. What? Sergeant Aeneas Nosa. Yes, sir. What, sir? The statement you just made was this. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired the English civilian from the back. From the back, the cowardly little weasel. Yes, sir! Affirmative, sir! I witnessed the crime with my own military-grade eyes, sir!
Yes! But no! That just can't be.
And why not, cadet?
Because I shot him from the front! I mean, because...
Take a close look at the print. The victim, Dr. Wilson, died from a bullet wound to the chest. Ah! Sergeant, according to your witness statement, the culprit shot the victim from behind. And that is an obvious discrepancy here. Well, how do you explain it?
What? Okay. What the?
Glad he saw two.
What was that? Something just popped up from behind his back, but he pushed it down again.
Certainly there's a clear discrepancy with the facts here. Would you not agree, Sergeant Nosa?
Yes, sir. At this juncture, that would appear to be indisputable. That was the wrong button. Until the moment I heard the firearm discharge, my eyes were firmly fixed on delicious La Carnival steak, sir. What? The last testimony the court heard has proven one thing beyond all reasonable doubt. This witness, Sergeant Elias Nosa, did not see the defendant firing the gun at all. That's absurd! I think the conclusion we must draw here is simple. There is no place for an amateur prosecutor here in this grand courtroom.
Inconsistency seer. There's been a complete turnabout in the mood of this trial, just from that one discrepancy. So this is what being an ace attorney is all about.
He said the name of the game.
Roll credits.
But I definitely saw him. The university cadet there. He was pointing the firearm directly at the victim's back.
Yes, but I never fired the gun, and all I did was pick it up off the floor.
And you, old man, you didn't see the moment the victim was shot either. Myself,
What the fuck is he doing?
I've already been quite clear. I brought an entire gallery to this courtroom. The gunshot interests me not. I was far too busy on the floor.
Too busy on the floor. Sorry, what were you doing?
Hunting for treasure.
Treasure?
Indeed, the Huera Koban, my prize coin. On each occasion when I visit that restaurant, it is my habitude to place it in my bosom pocket, a particular trinket of interest from my shop, Rossite.
In the hope of meeting a rich diner who might like to buy it from you?
On the day under scrutiny, I was to the military man. It was to the military man that I proffered my Huey treasure. Believe that he would purchase such a rare find. I did not, but I was presented with a literal alternative. And then, after averting my eyes for the briefest of moments, it was there no more. It simply vanished.
Now his stash makes more sense.
Yeah.
Military guys.
Yeah.
The Koban vanished?
Hunting around under the table I was, in case mayhap it had fallen there, and then it happened.
You heard the gunshots, you mean?
Indeed I did, but I heeded it not, for I was concerned only with finding my splendid holy treasure.
Your testimony doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, why are you here?
Nothing could distract me.
Out of interest, did you find the coin in the end?
No.
I see.
That lamentable day that the precious Holy Kaban was lost to me. No doubt some unscrupulous scoundrel pocketed the prize coin for himself.
He's looking away. As I am sure everyone present is aware, this case demands a swift and decisive resolution. Our government has promised to send a full report to the Great Britain by telegraph. I thought it said telepath. I was like, what? This very afternoon.
Nevertheless, the witness testimony the court has just heard was inconclusive. No matter how subservient our government feels it must be to the British, it would be unforgiving to deliver a verdict on this trial right now.
What is your position, Prosecutor Haoshi?
Worry not, Your Excellency. The defendant may have fled a tiger at the front gates, but he will find a wolf at the back.
Huh?
That's you.
Oh, that is me. I was so used to you saying it, and my mind just like went blank for a moment. My witnesses have further testimony to make.
Explain.
Upon hearing their next statements, it will become abundantly clear that there is only one person who could have possibly committed this despicable crime.
Me!
The equally despicable defendant, Ryan Naruto.
What? That's not my
He
name.
seems to have a despicable opinion of you, doesn't he?
Very well. The court invites the witness to testify again. I dropped my coin! My Hoichi coin!
Ah, shit, it's a new chair.
Oh,
Is that clear?
As clear as Kiriko glass, Your Excellency.
Yes, sir. At once, sir. Awaiting signal to testify, sir.
Excuse me, but there's something, or someone, peeking out over your shoulder, I think?
Affirmative. The newest member of the Nosa family to rise up through the ranks. Sir. Name. Ario. It would seem those straps are a sign of the sergeant being too strapped to afford a nanny.
Thanks, Kazuma. Can always rely on you.
Ario. Teen Shun. Your father is about to quell the enemy. Watch and learn, my boy.
Witness
Now it's obvious that even if what I saw wasn't at the precise moment the firearm was discharged, it's almost the same thing.
What? Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man he was. That young lad in the black. I'm sundowning. That much I myself did see. That is you.
Oh. Furthermore, a visual search of the premises at the time confirmed that we were the only personnel present.
Indeed, alone he was, the Englishman, dining all by himself. Okay.
Therefore, no one else other than the black uniformed cadet could have dispatched the Englishman. Over and out. I like the child noises. It's just a child.
These testimonies are certainly
Yes! Wait! That's nonsense! The victim, Dr. Wilson, wasn't alone at all!
Please, enough of these outbursts already!
But there was a woman! There was a young woman at his table! You must have seen her! Everyone there must have seen her!
If you call yourself a lawyer, then you will respect the rules of the court and speak accordingly.
I don't call myself a lawyer!
We are here not to listen to your fantasies. It is evident beyond all reasonable doubt that the victim was alone at the time of the incident. This prosecution has photographic evidence of this fact.
Is this a photograph print of blah, 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 blah?
Indeed, of the table at which the victim was dining, taken by the investigator immediately after the incident.
Interesting. Certainly, based on the appearance of this print, it would be reasonable to conclude that the victim was not in the company of anyone else.
That doesn't make any sense.
The court will add new photographic evidence to the record.
Bottle of carbonated water and a steak lunch.
Wait, why was there a wine bottle if you had carbonated water? I don't understand. What's going on here? It's just not possible that no one else saw that woman.
The waiter before said the same thing. He maintains that Dr. Wilson came to the restaurant alone as well.
That's not true. I saw her. I swear that I saw a woman with him.
It would seem that we'll be able to telegraph the report to the Great Britain on time after all. The witness testimonies we have just heard leave no further room for doubt.
These are very sensitive political times, as we all know. The ink is still fresh on the treaty with Great Britain. And to think that Takasushi Anuchi, will have contributed to the amity between these two great empires is an honor.
Your new empire? How can this be happening? The judge is ready to rule. That's probably you.
Stand tall. This gives me major Aaron vibes. Stand tall, Ryan. It's not over yet.
What?
If what you say is true, then there's something going on here behind the scenes. And now is your chance to expose it. Draw out the truth in your cross-examination.
I don't know, Kazuma.
It's back.
The defense is entitled to cross-examine the witness, but make it quick, understood?
Tisk, rules can be so unbending at times. He just really wants us to remember.
Alright, what the freak was wrong with what they said?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I just
Let's
said
look at
this
the
like
evidence.
a few months ago, and I don't even know. The new one, let's look at the new one real fast. A bottle of carbonated water and steak lunch can be seen
If we hit
people. Hit, examine, X.
Okay. I had a heart attack.
He was left-handed.
Does it say?
Well, if you have the fork on the left side and the knife on the right side, well, no, he'd still be right-handed because the drink's on the right side. So he's right-handed. That's weird. I usually cut with my left. When you cut
I
steak,
cut with my right.
you cut with your right? Yeah, I'm just weird.
So I think it's after preference.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with. Oh wait.
This only has seating for 2.
Yeah.
If
well,
we
picture
go
has
back-
seating for 4. Oh, you have a magnifying glass.
Wait. Examine. Magnifying glass.
Ooh, I can see the little particles.
Yeah.
Wait. Actually, go back to the picture where he's shot, because it also shows the table.
I'm just trying to make sure I don't.
The glass is empty. And there's more steak, but that might just be like an animation.
Yeah. There's liquid in there.
Yeah.
How do we bring attention to that?
We'd have to see what they say. Is this... Can we click on this and see if we can flip it over? 'Cause I
What?
think that's what he was freaking out about. That
Oh,
the card.
back.
Because when we were like, can we put it into evidence? He's like, oh. I wish we knew what that Japanese freaking said. By kitchen.
Kitchen
Exit. Yeah.
So this has a place seating for 4,
Yes.
even though that picture only had 2.
Yep. Both of the pictures only had 2.
Ah,
Oh, look at that.
kitchen entrance.
Oh, look, you can see the writing on the back of the card bleeding through.
I wish I could spin it.
Yeah, I think we can later.
Alright, so let's go over what they said. Oh, wait, let's go over people.
Ooh, interesting, yes.
So it's not our friend.
And it's not the other professor, probably.
Yeah.
It's probably not him.
That's the victim. He was serving there on the day of the incident. An army sergeant for the Empire of Japan.
Who claims he witnessed the incident.
Yeah. The owner of Ratsutue, who was hunting for his lost at the time of the incident. Alright, so let's go over what they said again.
Okay. Even if what I saw wasn't the precise moment the firearm was discharged. Oh, we should press all of them.
Press what?
So if L1 is the press, so they have to talk more about it. L1 is the...
Yeah. I'm making sure before I hit the button because I don't want to like mess this up. No.
No! It's not the same thing at all! What isn't? For a start,
No,
I
listen.
didn't fire that gun! We have a difference of opinion on that?
We have a difference of opinion on that. The opinion of a uniformed officer versus that of a fledgling cadet.
It's not an opinion if you know you didn't fire a gun.
Consider this, defendant. Just a moment ago, I blinked.
Did you?
Did you see it? Did you see me blink?
How could I? What was that voice? How could I?
And yet, it is an undeniable fact that I did blink. So there you have it.
What the freak are we talking about? Have what? What is this Chewbacca defense?
Tinjun! The sound of the firearm rang in my ears, and the very next moment,
I saw you waving a gun at the Englishman. I think that says it all, don't you?
Yeah.
And let us not forget that the antiques dealer witnessed this accused in the most incriminating position as well. Isn't that so?
Head down, ass up.
Son?
Yes, wait, because of the foreign man he was, that young lad in black, and that much I myself did see. Press that.
Yes! I think he's full of shit. Yes, it may be true that I was holding the gun at that point in time. But I've told you already. That's only because I picked it up off the floor. Wow. Okay.
Well, obviously, as the culprit, it's the only way you could explain it anyway.
I had just finished drinking my coffee and I was about to leave the restaurant when I shot him. I noticed a gun on the floor at Dr. Wilson's feet, so I picked it up. And at exactly that moment, a gunshot rang in my ears.
Full of events beyond our control, life is.
Nice, Yoda. Sorry, what do you mean?
In your case, you found a pistol on the floor and picked it up, which precipitated this testing predicament.
A knife.
Whereas, conversely, I failed to pick up my command from the floor and find myself in an equally testing predicament as a result.
I'm on trial for murder.
Yeah.
Anyway, the fact remains, myself, I did see you. With pistol in hand, standing over the foreigner.
More visual search of the premises at the time from that we were the only personnel present.
Wait, what about the waiter?
Yeah, what
The
hell?
waiter!
Press that shit.
Yes!
And
Yes!
If not, we'll present the waiter. You must have noticed someone else at Dr. Wilson's table. There was a lady there. She was thick.
As you have been at pains to point out again and again, I feel I'm growing a callus in my ear. And yet, no one else appears to have caught even a glimpse of this woman.
If only there'd been more people dining there at the time, then someone else would have noticed her.
Unfortunately, it was already past 2 p.m. when it happened. The quiet time between lunch and dinner in any restaurant.
I know. Of course the place was almost empty. It's what you'd expect.
Certainly, 2 p.m. is neither here nor there in terms of blah, blah, blah. I wonder if there was a reason why the victim was eating at the time of day and why the... I don't know.
Oh, sorry.
It's all good.
Yes, Your Excellency. There was indeed a reason.
There was? Ah, more evidence!
Yes! This was found in the victim's jacket pocket.
What is that, Counsel?
Maybe we should continue to press the rest of it, see if we get any other evidence, and then come back. It is a medical report card, Your Excellency. It would seem that the victim had an appointment at a clinic prior to visiting the restaurant.
Ota Clinic, yes. There would indeed appear to be an entry for the date in question. 19th November, noon to past 1 p.m.
The very day of the incident. So the victim went for a late lunch following his appointment. The explanation couldn't be more simple. The prosecution felt no need to submit this evidence before, as it really has no bearing on the case.
That's what you
I
think.
wonder.
Four Eyes.
What do you think, Ryan?
Well, it's hard to see how it could be related, really.
Remember, you can request it to be entered into the court record as evidence if you think it could be useful.
Yes.
I think yes.
Yep.
Yes!
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 If I may, I'd like to ask for that medical report to be submitted as evidence, Your Excellency.
The more evidence, the better. On what grounds?
On grounds that you brought it up.
The court has already heard conclusive witness testimony. Additional evidence would be extraneous, not to mention that the victim's movement prior to his arrival at the restaurant are of no concern. Whether or not they are a concern, it's up to us to decide.
We have the right to explore all possible avenues. I beg your pardon? You have no authority to refuse a perfectly valid request for the submission of evidence.
Very well. The court will grant the defense's request.
I feel like two different people. Tisk! Like, this is really weird. These youngsters these days are forever asserting their rights. What a most disturbing trend. Oh my gosh! Damn! That's happening today!
Sir, kindly add the victim's medical report card to the court record.
Victim's medical report card has been added to the court record.
We have to explore things from every possible angle, even if they don't seem relevant at first.
Right, I hear you.
You can conspire to prolong this trial as much as you'd like, but it's the day after the festival. Already for you. What? What does that even mean? Or perhaps you'd forgotten that these witnesses' testimonies leave no room for doubt.
It must be a Japanese saying and they just translated it.
Feel free to for accused Karutaka-san.
Alright. He alone was an Englishman dining all by himself.
Alright, so...
Press it! Punch the old man in the schnoz!
I'm gonna present first, so we can...
Oh, read it?
Examine.
We
We can't examine. Medical... Oh.
Medical report card from Hata Clinic that was found in the victim's pocket.
Do we want to press this?
Yeah. Yes! You don't ever get bad things for pressing.
So you
actually saw that with your own eyes, did you?
X.
The victim, Dr. Wilson, dining alone.
Oh.
That I did. Forgive me for the position I place you in.
But you just said...
That you were...
So the testimony of the old man, the soldier, and the waiter all agree on that point. Isn't that interesting? And let us not forget the inconceivable evidence we have here to support their statements as well. As can clearly be seen, wow, there's only a single beefsteak on the victim's table. A meal for one. Yeah, because he was the only one who was hungry.
No. Also, the other person could just take their plate away. Like, it's not that hard.
Yeah, Teague's dealer, the sergeant, and the waiter who testified before. It's not impossible that they're all lying. But if so, then why?
If I'm perfectly honest,
Oh, that's you.
I have absolutely no idea.
No one brought up the fact that he was on the floor.
Yeah, I think that's what we need. There's probably a way to bring that up. Therefore, no other in the black uniform cadet could have dispatched the requests.
Yes!
Why aren't you telling the truth? You can't handle the truth!
What did you say, cadet?
I clearly remember.
Back to the woman. That's not what I want to...
There was a woman sitting across the table from him. Perhaps one of you might not have noticed, but for both of you to have failed to see the professor's dining companion, it's just not possible!
Ah, they saw her.
Mm-hmm. Or they didn't see anything.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for you, defendant Naruto, it's not just as a case of these two witnesses alone. Sorry? The waiter, whose testimony the court heard earlier, clearly stated the same thing. He also said that the victim was alone. That's right.
Precisely. In other words, you are the sole proponent for this phantom lady.
But I...
If such a woman were indeed present at the scene, prosecution demands to see proof. And if no such proof exists, the prosecution demands that no further mention of this phantom woman be made. It is a blatant waste of the court's time.
There's nothing I can say to that.
Oh. Just. Oh my gosh.
Kazuma, can you stab him?
Excellent work, Ryan. We've gleaned some new information for now.
Well, yeah, but I don't feel like it changes much. can't see that it brings any real discrepancies to light. Oh, you mean this?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yes, this is a brand new piece of evidence. So perhaps we should examine it in a little more detail.
How exactly?
You'll notice that some pieces of evidence bear a magnifying glass. There are the ones you may examine. Press X and you can take a closer look at the piece in question. Use left, right stick up, right stick right, left, right stick down, right stick right. ... To rotate the evidence in all directions and examine it from all angles. By using
Left up.
left up, left down, left, right. Okay, that moves the magnifying glass.
Yeah.
You can move the crosshairs around to hunt for clues that may have been missed before. If the crosshairs start to pulsate, press X to investigate further. So, partner, I think you should take a closer look at this medical report card. See if there isn't something new to be learned by examining it in more detail.
Alright, let's see what I can do. I just need to use right, up, right, left, right, down, right, left, up, left,
Good
down,
gosh.
left, right, and X to inspect any areas of evidence that looks suspicious.
Alright,
Alright, let's freaking turn this thing around. There's probably someone on the back.
okay, X.
I don't even need to read this.
Hey, and X. They always say.
When I was 5, I got coffee only cold I ever had in my life. I remember even though I have already I never forget it. They're just having like a freaking stupid ass sidebar.
They really are.
What kind of clinic is it then?
Okay, so that's the thing we just talked about.
Yeah. There we go.
What's dentist?
Ooh, shit. He couldn't eat. He just went to the dentist.
It looks like a Metal Gear Cardboard was first issued some time ago. It's probably like a long-term treatment. That's why, with a family doctor, I imagine. I can't imagine going to a doctor maybe as long as I'm alive and everything's okay.
Well, if you're dead, there's no point. Oh, damn.
Okay.
Kazuma. Too soon. What was Ed? Like a model patient. A bad case of stubbornness, no less, for which the only cure is a healthy curiosity. Probably the page at the top left, so you can open it. Let's have a look. This is some kind of medical history. Ah, there's an entry for the day of the professor was killed. Extraction of the molar of the topical anesthesia. Yeah, he couldn't eat. If you have anesthesia, you can't eat.
Yeah.
Extraction of the molar, you mean? And also, he had a molar taken out. That tooth removed. Perhaps they use the laughing gas. It's the most modern practice in the West for pain. I've heard of this anesthesia, although it's hard to believe that there's anything that can actually stop you feeling pain. Yeah, there's a cautionary note from the doctor, the practitioner as well. Strictly no food or drink besides water for 3 hours post-procedure.
And it was right after.
Right after. Sounds like information. If you get a mole removed, it is no drink. It is no food for a day.
Well, this is when it was first coming out, though.
Yeah, I guess that's true. So I think it's time to listen to the testimony again and F them in the ass. He couldn't have eaten.
Alright. Stop. I want to look at something now that we can...
Now we can turn things around. Oh, there we go. No more questions, I think. Definitely. It's supposed to show the relative position of everything in the moments of the phone incident, but there's nothing to show the woman you saw. You say you saw. Exactly. Here, in the upper left, there's kitchen. Oh yes, what is it? The characters the right kitchen, especially not if they were in a hurry. That's true.
That is true.
Here's yourself, don't you? Study harder, Ryan. Chief Inspector? He's not a waiter at all. He's an undercover cop.
Oh my gosh.
That's unexpected. What is? Dude, Ryan, are you an idiot? Yes, business cards do tend to show the person's name. That's sort of the point. It's not the name that's unexpected. It's the job title. His job. Oh. Chief Inspector. Criminal Investigation Division of the Police Bureau. Inspector, what on earth? Yeah, but let's face it, the police have a lot of power and influence. If they are wielding it somehow here. Damn!
Alright, so,
in a society like this, you can really never know anything, Ryan.
no, alright, so, now what statement do we pull up?
I think when he says, I saw him dining alone.
In the back, that much I could see myself. You said when he was dining alone.
Yeah. Because he can't be eating the food.
So there's this one.
Yep.
And then...
alone he was. He was been dining all by himself. That's it.
Present.
Let's kick his ass! Yes!
Yes!
Kick his ass. Well, I think, what about are you, about what are you wittering, lad? Call yourself a lawyer? I wish I could, but first and foremost, here I'm the accused.
Ryan, everyone stumbles on their words occasionally. Under the circumstances, I wouldn't worry about it.
Thanks, Kazuma.
I could see it quite clearly in the cross-examination that you just carried out. When you raised your hand straight up like that, so purposefully, you knew exactly what it is you wanted to say.
Uh-huh.
Don't feel like you have to choose your words carefully. Just say what you're thinking.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. All right, and thanks for the advice. Korakuda-san, this is the medical report card belonging to the victim. I see, and I don't see. What of it, boy? Comparing what is written on this report card with your witness statement. Something clearly doesn't add up! I need to move this away real fast.
Dear me, have you forgotten my words so soon, you amateur? Aw, jeez, Rick.
Oh, jeez, Rick. I can't run any faster. Sorry, what?
You are not to interrupt court proceedings with your amateurish drivel.
But
let's see if I can explain it in words you might understand. If it was after 2 p.m. in the afternoon when the victim was murdered at the restaurant, whatever he may or may not have done before that time is completely irrelevant. That is false.
But that's
Remember, Ryan, you don't have to use clever language or fancy words. Just make your point. Your Excellency, I believe we're finished here. There's surely no need to prolong this trial further. The witness testimonies the court has heard have been clear and concise. This medical report card has no bearing on the matter at all, for the simple reason that there is no one else besides the pale-faced pupil who could have possibly done it.
Oh, he actually slammed the desk. This medical report card has nothing to do with this case? Do you really believe that?
What? That outburst half petrified me, boy. Of course I believe it. How could it possibly be relevant?
Perhaps because Hota Clinic, which issued the report card, is a dental clinic.
A dental clinic? Is that supposed to mean something to me? Yes.
Perhaps if I told you that the victim had just had a tooth extracted,
What? This is this now.
And furthermore, if I told you that as a result the victim had been forbidden from eating.
Just what are you trying to say, Cadet? He had orders not to eat, so what?
It's all written up in here. No food or drink other than the water for 3 hours post-procedure while anesthesia wears off.
What? No, that can't.
Oh, but it can. Korukura-san.
What, boy, what?
As you just heard, when he was killed sometime shortly after 2 p.m., the victim couldn't have been eating anything at all.
No.
Additionally,
There's more?
you have assured the court with unwavering self-confidence that the victim was dining alone. But that cannot possibly be the case. Because the victim, as we now know, had just had one of his teeth extracted and was still experiencing the effects of anesthesia.
Expertly done, partner.
Hell yeah.
What is this nonsense? You little upstart! These are baseless accusations. Just look at this photographic evidence.
Oh, I'm glad you brought it up. There's bite marks in the freaking steak.
You can clearly see the plate of food at the victim's table. Use your head. That's the very discrepancy we're talking about. Or can't you follow the logic? How dare you! I think it's fair to say that the tables in this restaurant's case have turned. Wouldn't you agree, Ryan? Oh,
I would
shit.
agree very much. Yes, most definitely.
So, having just undergone some dental surgery, the victim was unable to eat. Which leaves one very crucible conundrum.
Who was eating?
Who, in fact, was eating the pictured beefsteak?
Dude, what a case.
The court will hear the opinion of the defense on this new puzzle. I assume you're ready, counsel.
Counsel? Oh, that means me, doesn't it?
All right, the answer to this question is going to be pivotal. This is the start of the turning point of turning this trial around. Show me what you're made of.
Got it. So, person eating the steak at the victim's table must have been me. As yet unknown third party, probably. Yeah. Me. Shit. Obviously, it can only have been someone else who was sitting at the professor's table.
Will you not let go? Will you? There's no such person. Yes.
Yes, there was, because I saw her.
Sorry, I'm getting real.
Yeah, I know.
When the incident occurred, we know the victim couldn't have been eating anything. Yet we have evidence of a half-eaten steak on his table. Therefore, the only logical conclusion is that there was somebody else there eating it.
There's like an anthill in that desk, and they're just having earthquakes all the time.
We have strong evidence to support our assertion. It is clear that these witness testimonies are unreliable.
Oh shit!
If the court decides to push us through a ruling at this stage, we will lodge a formal complaint with the Ministry of Justice and pursue a fair retrial relentlessly.
Kazuma,
are you insane? You wouldn't take on the government?
we would win.
Don't worry, counsel. I have no issue with you. What do you mean? I have issues with them. Those two witnesses in the stand.
What?
What nonsense are you talking about? We have demonstrated with evidence that the victim was not alone. So, if that now it turns out that the two of you deliberately lied when giving your testimonies, obviously you will be charged with perjury.
Punishable by cutting off the balls.
Perjury? And since this is a murder trial, You will also be deemed complacent in the killing.
Complacent in murder? No! It's so over the top, I freaking love it.
It really is. Negative! There was no mention of this at the tactical meeting.
Tactical meeting?
I was just following orders.
That's right, as the man says. Just say you never saw the gentlewoman. That's what they told us.
Now they're shifting it to someone else.
Oh. What? What did you just say? Oh, no. You were just following orders? No, hold on, lad. I was,
Say you never saw the gentlewoman? When you say gentlewoman, do you mean you saw the victim with a lady from overseas? That was a mistake.
What?
Attention!
What? What is the meaning of this? These witnesses gave false statements? Is that true, you pair? Admit it now. Just one simple slip of the tongue? This is so intense.
I know, I freaking love Order, counsel, explain what is going on here.
It is painfully clear now. You tried to prevent these witnesses from telling the truth. Absolutely not. The prosecution knows nothing of this.
Ah, then who's behind this? Who tried to make you keep your mouth shut? Well,
That's classified. So you're prepared to be tried as conspirators to this murder, are you? You wouldn't. This can't be happening. Right. Judging from the way they're reacting to us, I'd say they were sworn to silence by someone with considerable influence. I think I know who. However,
the government.
I don't believe Anucci had any idea about this.
What are you saying? I mean, to wield that kind of influence, there are only a handful of possibilities. It could only have been the government, the military, or the police, I suppose.
Well, any ideas who might be behind this? If we can affirm we tried to silence these witnesses, then we can continue our pursuit.
So we need to name whoever it was that tried to make the witnesses keep their mouths shut. It was the investigator guy.
It was. That was my immediate thought. Yeah, we already know.
But how? How can we possibly? Before, examine the piece of evidence. Yeah, we already did.
We already did this.
Oh yes, that's right.
Maybe we should go. We should re-examine some other stuff to see if there's anything else we can find.
Yeah. No time to lose.
I want answers! If it's proven that these witnesses have been manipulated, I assure you I want to know.
Please, wait, Your Excellency! I had no idea about any of this, I swear to every Shinto god.
That's a lot.
I knew nothing.
And what does the defense have to say about all of this,
Oh, shit.
Well, Your Excellency.
We're in a court record. I know it's a really tense time.
Well, let's go read some dialogue.
Yeah, let's.
Your Excellency, sidebar.
Cause of death. Alright, this isn't gonna... We can't get more from that.
Nope. Examine the photo. I'm gonna go grab me a drink. You want a Dr. Pepper while I go over?
No, I'm gonna save those. I only have 2 left. So that one... Alright, so we've already gotten everything. Alright.
Oh, I'm just going to have to close my eyes and shout out the first name that comes into my head.
What was... Hold on.
I know what it is if we see it. Besides the prosecution, the only person with the necessary influence to manipulate the witnesses... Oh, we get to choose from the picture.
Oh, yeah, okay. It's this guy.
Hosanaga.
Present!
Yes!
I am Hosanaga.
Well, surely that would...
That would be...
Satoru Hosonaga-san. Hosonaga-san? The waiter who took the stand earlier?
Attention!
Poppycock! I got to say cock. What possible reason would the waiter have to make these witnesses give false testimony? Not to mention the fact that even a head waiter could not have possibly have that level of influence. For once, I would agree with you. If that is the man we were truly a waiter.
If that truly
What?
is his name.
If he truly were? Come on, Ryan. It's time to hit this court with the truth.
Holy shit! Imagine if just college students just throwing an entire court out of session.
The truth about Satoru Hosonaga-san's real identity as proven by this evidence.
Boom.
It's this one, right?
Yep.
Yes!
The plan of the restaurant sketch on the menu. Blah, blah. I agree it shows a great deal of attention to detail, but I'm not sure we can conclude anything. Sorry, Your Excellency, that's the back of the card. It's the back of the card that's of interest. I beg your pardon?
Or perhaps I should have said the front.
There it is.
Yes! It's the front of the back of the card. That's where the telling detail is. Would someone please explain what the overexcited student is trying to say?
Hosonaga sketched this plan of the restaurant on the reverse side of his business card. The front of the business card reveals that the man's in question's profession, his true profession.
The waiter's profession, but that's surely... Good gracious!
That's right, Your Excellency. The card reads, Chief Inspector, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. What? The waiter is a police detective? I haven't heard any mention of this before. Why haven't I heard of any of this? The Imperial Police Bureau has immense power, absolute power as far as regular citizens are concerned. So, witnesses there in the stand. Bing, bing. Was it in fact the waiter who gave you your orders? Was it he who told you not to mention that you'd seen the foreign gentlewoman at the scene?
Hold it!
By who? Oh, hello!
It's Inspector Hosonaga.
Dude, why does it feel like this is like the end of an epic arc?
Oh my gosh.
I was worried something like this may happen. The moment you asked me to submit my sketch as evidence, I realized it was a possibility.
Yeah, I'm not doing this again. This is a flashback.
No, this isn't suspicious behavior.
Yes, I remember now. He did act strangely when the judge asked him to hand over the business card. Weird.
I strive to carry out all investigations flawlessly. It's my guiding principle, but I let myself be distracted when I made that sketch. It was an unusually careless mistake.
So, you mean to say you really are a detective?
Not.
But why would a detective be working at a restaurant as a restaurant waiter? Ah, of course! Your salary must...
I was working undercover.
Undercover? Yes, undercover.
Yes, there have been a series of incidents in the restaurant recently. In order to investigate, I decided to get a job there as a waiter working undercover.
Oh, that was me. Oh,
Yes, it was. That would be classified police information, which I am not at liberty to divulge.
What if the court says you have to?
However, I can state categorically that they are unrelated to the case of homicide. Very well, then, Inspector Hosonaga, but you will elaborate on one point for the court. Of course, Your Excellency. We have heard new information from the two witnesses beside you. That at the time of the shooting, there was in fact another person present at the victim's table. If that is indeed true, clearly you would also have been aware of this person's presence having served at the table in question. However, your testimony did not allude to this other diner. Therefore, I am led to assume that in your professional capacity as a police officer, you required these witnesses to be in agreement. Will that be correct? Correct, Your Excellency.
Unbelievable! I just had a freaking three-way pantomime.
Yeah, you did. As I suspected.
Whoa!
Okay, it's a
Holy
flashback.
shit.
It's a
I was
flashback.
like, oh shit!
We're okay. We're okay. It's a flashback.
Don't do that to me.
Oh, sorry. The victim sat slumped in his chair, and beside him, gun in hand, stood the accused student. Sitting opposite the victim at the same table was a young lady who I guessed to be an Englishwoman.
So the truth comes out.
I immediately sealed off the restaurant and reported the incident to the Bureau. It was then that I received some special orders.
Oh shit!
Special orders? You mean to say, remove the Englishwoman from the scene at once?
It was her! Of course it was her.
No, of course. It was made clear that the Englishwoman's presence at the restaurant was to be concealed.
We're too nosy.
Those were my orders. And now this entire place is gonna die. But what if this Englishwoman was the killer? I think it would be in everyone's best interest not to pursue that idea. The Empire views the friendly terms of its relationship with Britain more highly than anything at the moment. An Englishman has been murdered on our soil. To name an Englishwoman as the primary suspect, well, without irrefutable evidence, that would be completely out of the question.
So that's the reason for the disappearance of this phantom woman in the case.
But that's not right!
Do we really need a flash to everybody on this?
Apparently. One possibility does spring to mind.
What do you mean, Kazuma?
Humane University is currently hosting a number of exchange students from Great Britain, and I'm fairly certain that one of them, studying in the medical faculty's research laboratory, is a young English woman.
What? You're a shrewd man. I can see why you're chosen candidate for the overseas study tour.
You mean...
When I removed the woman from the scene of the crime, I thought it prudent to check her identity first. Then the court demands that you name the lady in question at once, Inspector. The Englishwoman sitting at the university professor's table was a certain Miss Giselle Brett. She's indeed a foreign student studying in the research laboratory.
Oh my gosh!
The faculty. Holy shit!
What? What is happening here?
I think you just said everything that everyone else is thinking.
I admit that under orders from the police bureau, I erased all evidence of the lady's presence at the scene, and ordered these witnesses to make no mention of her in their testimonies. It must now be up to you, Your Excellency, to decide how to deal with this
Boom.
situation.
Ryan still takes the ball.
Guilty. Very well, my thoughts on the matter are as follows. Thus far, the case presented to the court has been underpinned by a particularly critical premise. Namely, that the victim was dining alone. However, as we have now discovered that this premise is false, it would be a desecration of our justice system to ignore the truth and give a ruling at this point.
Attention!
But, Your Excellency, this would mean missing the noon deadline of a ruling in order to send the telegraph report to Great Britain. Our own government will surely be very displeased by such actions.
Calm yourself, Counsel. I will not allow the government of our country or any other to influence the proceedings of my courtroom.
Oh,
Damn.
this guy's a badass.
Inspector Hosanaga. Yes, sir. You will locate this Giselle Brett and escort her to the courtroom with utmost urgency.
Is there gonna be like a break and we're gonna keep going?
Dude, this is the tutorial to this game.
But that means you're going against the special orders you were given from the police bureau.
As I said before, it is my guiding principle to carry out all investigations flawlessly.
So it won't be a problem.
It is getting worse. I think he was poisoned.
Nothing will get in my way.
Except for this tuberculosis.
Court will adjourn briefly. The prosecution must call the English student Giselle Brett to the witness stand.
What? This is just the tutorial?
Yeah, dude, I think there's 7
Yes.
cases in this game.
7 what?
7 cases.
Your Excellency!
Good. Then we will have a 30-minute recess before reconvening.
Is that it? Is that the end of the first episode?
No.
What?
No, this is not the end of the first episode. This is halfway mark.
This is so intense!
I know. The last one was like, oh, the freaking guy got the time of the death wrong. This one's like, oh, there's a whole missing woman and people are lying about it and you have to solve the problem.
Oh my gosh.
It's so crazy. You want to keep going, or do you want to do this some other time?
We should probably do this some other time, but man! I'm overwhelmed, man.
I know, it's freaking nuts.
So much just happened.
It seemed like such a straightforward thing, and then it just spiraled.
So fast! It happened so fast!
It's the tutorial!
How is this the tutorial? This should be the whole game!
Yeah, dude, it's freaking... When I played this first time, I played with my sister, and as I was playing it, I was just like, holy shit! All the other tutorials are so straightforward.
This just comes out of left field.
It's just freaking... It's like, oh, this is not only a prequel. We're going to assume you've already played all the games before, and you have at least an IQ of 100.
I feel like we do have an IQ of 100.
Collectively.
Fair.
Fair enough. But yeah, I freaking love this game.
Oh my gosh.
It's so good for no reason.
It really is.
Imagine the idea of playing a court-based game. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you didn't watch, well, join the club. And we'll see you later.